Alright, hopping right back into it. Yeah, I think it's time. It's time to go back to camp and upgrade my stuff. Before I travel to Solace Keep. Yeah, I have the upgrade materials. Might as well, and I have the money too. Plenty of money even. So, yeah. Yeah, let's do that. Right here. This one's closer to Solace Keep. Sure, people will have stuff to say after having just, well, no, we already did go to camp after, getting rid of Ludwin. But now, okay, people do have stuff to say.
You know,
Are you talking
I
about
don't
the
think
library,
I've ever
living
seen
archives?
so many books in one place. But to think that the Steel Garrote was using those same books for their own ends. At least Dolna will answer for her treachery.
I'm always happy to, well, it doesn't really matter because she's already dead, but yeah, maybe the game expected me to go there first instead of progressing through the main quest, but fine. Are you just mad that she stole the books?
Well, yes and no. Had she just stolen the books and given them to the people, I would have celebrated her.
Yeah,
But
sure.
she stole them from the Pargrunen to give to Ludwin? Despicable.
Despicable!
No matter. What's done is done. I had just hoped that Pargrun knowledge could help the Pargrunen. Well, that's all I have to say on the matter, I suppose. Unless there's something else you wish to discuss. How can I help, darling? Sweet dreams, envoy.
Giata?
Solace has a few old-fashioned ideas about animancy, to put it lightly. Thank you for letting Petru go free. Animancy is not a crime, but many feel entitled to treat it as one.
He was just trying to help his people.
Aren't we all? Whether or not Petru is successful as an animancer, he has a right to learn the art. And it's good to know someone out there is defending his rights.
Cool.
If I must.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna be looking at that.
Did you leave anyone back home?
I left everyone I knew when I left. Thanks for mentioning it.
No, I mean, did you leave someone special?
They're all special. That's the whole point of friends.
No,
Yeah, just
Did
get straight
you
to the
leave
point.
a lover behind when you left home?
I loved them all.
Yeah, okay.
They were like family to me.
What? No, Wait. Are you messing with me, Marius?
Me. Mess with you. Not blessed a likely.
Bravo, darling. I'm just happy to know you've got a sense of humor after all. Of course, I'll get my revenge soon enough.
Best of luck to you.
Let's stay look to you. Okay, which one will we upgrade? I forgot that Alar's Grimoire, but I can't actually use any of the spells because I don't have the abilities learned. So I'm just gonna break this down, I think. Yep, I need the glasswood branches. Give me that. Okay, craft some more stuff. Craft this. And that. And that. 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 And that. Ooh, got a bunch of that. That's cool. Okay. Let's see. This is +1, +1, +0, +1. I think I'm just gonna keep buffing up, upgrading Moonstrike. All the glasswood branches will go to that instead of the magic missile. Yeah. That's +2. Look at that damage. Get it to 431. Soon? Well, I don't actually know. I don't have a lot of these glasswood branches. Yeah, Andres offense to +2. Missing like one blood rise toadstool to get this and Andres offense to +2. Let's go with a Gambesson. Yeah. Okay, just one more upgrade for these two, but yeah, that's a lot. A lot of dragon hides. I'm gonna be able to max these out before I finish the game. Guess we'll see. Okay, and is there anything else? No. Cool. Right, let's go to Solitude. Oh, but I think we'll be delving deep into Solace's Keep now. To get to the garden. Yeah. Cassius probably not going to be too happy about having his one lifeline, I guess, for people of Solace Keep already done and dusted.
Oh, good. Everyone's panicking.
We need to leave before all of the Tusks is flooded with lava.
What?
And then what? Start over with nothing? We'd be beggars in these streets.
I don't like
Uh-oh.
the way that lava is rising.
Oh boy. Am I still gonna be able to turn in my bounties? The most important thing?
Is not the one I'm worried about. Someone's Outlanders and Solace Keep. What's next?
Sure, the keeper's gone. You know what that means. I knew it. The moment I saw that adherent, I knew it was that time.
Oh, this place is crumbling. People are getting ready to leave.
Everyone, please, do not panic. Simply exit the keep, quickly and calmly, and
We're all going to die.
calm yourself. You won't die.
How are y'all doing over here? Okay, yeah, that's not great.
Can you believe it? In all my years, I never thought the old volcano would blow. The world sure is changing.
I like to trade. If you can. And that's really all that he has for sale though. So. Oh, I've been looking for, was it Primal Water or was it Primal Wind? I think I only have 2 of those, you know? Yeah. Let's get to 1, right? That's what I need to get that enchantment for my legendary pieces of equipment. Yeah, it's for Moonstrike. Damn it. Maybe I'll have one more chance to go back to camp after this. Maybe. We'll see. Okay. Alright. That's it. Thank you. Take care of yourself now.
Anything to report? Excellent work.
Got a bunch of bounties. The bear's dead.
Vengeance for the fallen. Thank you. This means more to me than you know.
Glad that you're still very much dedicated to getting these bounties claimed, considering everything that's happening. Fungus and Crystal are no more.
You did it? Can't believe someone took them on. Let me look at those amulets. How strange. Matching half moons.
Kill the Revenant.
May they have better fortune on their next turn around the wheel. Somewhere far away from here would be a start.
The Beetle Matriarch has been exterminated.
Well done. We'll always have bugs to deal with, but at least they won't be hatching in such large numbers anymore. I can't believe I'm saying this, but that's everything. Gods above, Envoy. I don't know what to say.
Instead of saying anything, how about a bit of extra for all my work? Nothing needs to be said. I'm glad I could help. It's all
Stories
good.
of your prowess and generosity.
Especially considering what's happening right now.
throughout the ages, Envoy. Here, take this. Many wardens contributed coin to thank you for the burdens you've relieved from their shoulders.
Especially now that
I
they have
will
to go
make
out in the
sure
wild.
Your name lives on in our hearts and minds. For as long as Solace Keep
Oh.
stands, you will be remembered.
Well, I don't know. Probably not gonna be remembered for very long then. Because it looks like Solace Keep is not gonna be standing for that much longer.
Oh, Marius! Praise Abaddon! You are alive!
What's happening? Why is everyone running around like blessed fools?
Look around you, Marius. Use your
Volcano
scouts.
erupted. Any minute
senses.
now, we're going to be flooded. We're evacuating. Kostya's gone to open the lava sluice gates, but they've been disused for so long. When Forja erupted, I thought... Oh, my boy. I'm so glad you're alive.
Nice to see you as well.
Unless you have come back to help us, Envoy, I don't have time for you. We're minutes away from being overrun by lava flows. I have to get my people out. You must leave now.
Let's not waste time then. Where is the path to the garden?
We told you, we don't know, and this is hardly the time to be asking.
The Steel Garrote would tell you otherwise. We have reason to believe there's a path under the keep. Be thankful you're talking to us rather than them. They were planning to storm the keep.
They're all dead, by the way. You're welcome.
The Steel Garrote were marching on the keep? How? Why would they think the garden was beneath Solace?
The books. Yeah. Yeah. A young novice stole from the living archives and gave the spoils to the Steel Garrote.
This is not possible. She couldn't have been working on her. She must have had help. Someone at the highest level of leadership. Someone on the council.
Oh, it's, yeah.
No, it couldn't have been Kostya. It can't be.
It's Kostya.
I wish so much I could deny the truth in your words. I trusted Kostya. We had our arguments, but we took an oath to Nandru. The garden was our sacred duty, and he betrayed us.
Right, that makes sense, yeah.
I can't believe I didn't see this coming. I was a fool. I have failed my duties. Kostya.
He doesn't believe the wardens can last here much longer.
He lacks faith in the wardens and conviction in Nandru's teachings. But I always believed he had a certain strength of character. That he could see wisdom and bow before it.
I mean, look at this right now, though.
I understand how Kostya could be tempted by false notions of freedom and prosperity, but...
He's actually getting vindicated right now. Like, yeah, you really shouldn't be staying at Solace Keep anymore. But...
Oh, this is entirely too much. How could he have done this? I can't believe Kostya handed the Steel Garrote a secret we protected for hundreds of years. We took Mayu. Who knows what he'll do with the sluice gates? He cares so little for the keep that I worry he's going to have us drowning in lava.
Tell me where he is. I need to find the garden.
I will. Abaddon stay my tongue if I betray him, but I will. I will show you where Kostya has gone. If you find that he's doing anything other than opening the gates that would protect our home from the lava, I would ask that you stop him.
Mihala.
I do not wish to see him dead, but if he would risk the keep, then he risks our lives.
Yes, we can still actually go along with him,
Those
right?
who harm us to live. Now I must return to the evacuation, and you must go on your way.
I wish you and your wardens the best.
Let's hope we don't need your wishes. If your arrival is indeed a message from Nandru, I hope he remembers his people well. I hope he is proud of us. And Marius, Make it back to us in one piece.
I assume that's an order, Commandant?
Head through the door in the smithy. You'll find Kostya in the lava tubes beneath the keep.
The lava tubes!
Go now, and go with the gods.
Going with Sapadal. Oh yeah, I got the star medal. Can you maybe do one last thing for me before everything comes crumbling down?
Outsider! That was a damn big explosion, wasn't it? Heard it down here above the sound of the anvils. What can I do for you?
Have more star medal.
Blessed day. What would you like done?
Upgrade the Moonstrike Arquebus!
Let's. I've been looking forward to doing this for a long time. Proper rifling for the barrel and a bit of weight balancing will do this arquebus wonders.
Get the +3.
Always a privilege to watch a master at work.
Here you are.
Heaven strike.
A firearm unlike any other. Use it to rain death upon your foes for me, eh?
Oh, does it reset it to... Just back to 0? Would be unfortunate, but... You've outdone yourself, Forge Master. I will put it to good use!
I should hope so. Anything less would be an enormous waste of potential.
Still have anything, though, for me to... No, not really. I don't have any lockpicks with you. Guess I'll get this Balrog skin. It's, yeah. Dragon hides. Okay, that's it. Heaven Strike. Oh yeah, it is back to +0. That's unfortunate. Yeah, I got it to +2. Fuck. That sucks. I didn't get the resources back. Shit. That's annoying. That's annoying. I kind of wish that they would just get it to... If it's replacing the weapon that you already spent resources into, like, if it would have stayed at the same tier instead of resetting it back to +0. That sucks. I don't like that, but whatever. Is it... I guess maybe it's more powerful now? Maybe. Didn't actually keep tab of the numbers. True masterpiece, Okay. I'm just gonna assume it does even more damage, maybe? No. Whatever. Warden's Oath. Okay, where's the store? Oh, side quest completed. That's it. And now that quest is finally done. For real, for real.
They went through this door.
Wait, no? I still have forged star stuff? No, it's still showing. I guess maybe you could do that for maybe one other piece of equipment you have. I don't know. Anyway, whatever. But yeah, so I probably still have the choice to let Kostya do whatever he's planning on doing here. Maybe actually opening the sluice gates to completely get rid of the keep of Saul's keep, so that they would be forced to leave. Yeah, I might still do that.
These fungal growths look like something I'd have scraped off the ship in my Navy days.
Let's keep moving. Magma's getting awfully high. We might want to hurry.
Yeah, yeah.
quiet.
Ba-bam. Is it still? Oh, come on. Marius, you hitting it made it flinch. Made me miss.
That's all of them.
Indeed.
We need to keep moving if we're gonna catch Kostya.
That's what we're doing!
Kostya left them behind to die. Blessed Korba.
Maximums of the Fargrunen 3. In older lands it was said, think quickly and prove what you can. Constant testing is the lever of the Fargrun. Now it is written in blood. You shall prefer the tried to the untried. You shall choose the tested over the untested. The taste of the blood is... The wit of one is nothing against the practice of thousands. The test of one life is as a pebble set against the avalanche of generations. Yeah, I don't know. Staying put is maybe not continuing with tradition. I don't know how it's actually working out for the Fargrunen. Keaton architecture here. Jump over the lava here. Ow! Oh my god! Okay. Second wind! Second time I died. Well, I guess, yeah, the second time I died because of, dumbassery. There's some combat. It's because of me being an idiot. No, this is what I want to do.
Good fight.
Let's switch this out. I've been using a lot of these. So many of these Forgotten Soul pods. Let's go with Marvin's Fury. Maxims of the Fargrunen 5. In older lands it was said, keep the faith of all gods, that you shall have a prayer for the day and the hour of your need. Fargrunen remember a time before these gods. May come, therefore, a time after. Now it is written in blood, keep the faith of Abaddon who builds. Boudica who rules, and Magrin who burns. Close your mind to all other faiths save your faith in Nandru. The taste of the blood is, the lure of new faith may be indistinguishable from madness, and madness brings the chaos without to the living within. Brings the chaos without to the living within. Pargrunen cannot survive these lands divided. I don't think they can actually survive with it united either. So.
Voices silenced.
Somehow that sounds more ominous than usual. Are we gonna risk it for the coral?
Yeah.
We are.
Yeah.
Kostya isn't going to wait around for us. Keep moving.
I know. I know this is very personal for you, but yeah.
Oh, no, you don't.
Hey, can you do what I'm telling you to do?
Out of the way.
Why aren't you doing it? There you go. I swear to God.
Behind it!
Maxims of the Pargrunen 6. In older lands it was said, place the doing before the telling. Place the act of work before the boast to history. Now it is written in blood, record all your efforts, be they triumph or tangent. For the record shall outlast the work, and the word shall be more precious than the act. The taste of the blood is, the craft must not die with the craftsman. Okay, that seems to be in contrast to, conflict even with Serena thing about not having anything written.
They wound us, and we wound in return.
Prince of Solace, Part 4. The garden is a household name, spoken in awed and hushed tones. We Pargrunen have known since the moment we arrived that to protect it was our sacred charge, given to us by Boudica herself through our great founder. Okay, yeah, okay. Because Boudica is the one who imprisoned Sapadal, I think. Yeah. Beyond that, none knew the truth of what the garden really was. On one instance, a bold young warden attempted to build in secret a vessel that would survive the trip across the acid sea. Upon discovering this, Nandru exiled the warden, claiming that the island's secrets were to remain just that. Entrusted by Nandru himself, I'm the only warden alive that knows the truth of the garden's nature. Lol, forget how to pronounce that. Smite me should I ever give in to the temptation and put the secret to writing. And if the document is marked with a faded symbol reminiscent of an eye. It's interesting though, because yeah, if I remember correctly, Nandru was supposed to be like a godlike of Sapadal. So he agreed to... Finally agreed to having Sapadal imprisoned anyway?
Yeah. Yeah.
This isn't gonna hurt, right? It hurt a little. Is that Kostya? No, who the fuck is that? Sibelius?
Quiet, Nimdut.
Who are you? What's going on here? I don't think I can talk to you, though. Yeah. Yeah, let's just get rid of you now, before you do anything crazy. Just get rid of you. Don't heal anybody, please. Please still for me. Get the bear out. so that y'all stop following me. So that I can then use this. And then I can also use this. Hey, what you do to Marius? What you do to my boy? I should probably not be standing right in front of them. Yeah, y'all don't like fire, right? The revenants? There you go. You like ghosts and shit? Oh god! Get me out of there. Alright, you got it. So who's that? Who's that, oh god! That made me jump. God damn it. Piece of shit. Yeah. I guess that was just a boss. That was just a boss. Sorcerer skeleton. Boss that I just killed very quickly before he can really do anything. Thanks to Heavenly Strike doing a shit ton of damage, and then stunning them, and then doing more damage. So, yeah. Maxims of the Pargoon in 5. Nope, I already, yeah, read that one. You know, what the fuck is happening here? God damn it. Oh my fucking god. It was like a... Can I deactivate this? Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Fucking hell. I thought I would have to be directly in front of the treasure chest to activate the thing, but... Let's just eat it. 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 I have so much grog. I'll drink my way through this pain. Yep. Eat my way through the pain. Is it worth it? Not really, I don't think. But I just had to. It's right in front of me. I have the resources to patch myself up anyway. Gonna be more traps around here. Trying to open these chests.
Take your time. One slip and you're dead.
Oh, shit. No, we just got back around.
This whole place feels like it's gonna come apart.
Records of Old Souls, Part 3. A mere few weeks after our arrival in Galloway's Tusks, Nandrew unexpectedly visited the living archives. The monastery was still in its infancy, but he sought me out with claims that he had made a shocking discovery. As we walked, Nandrew pointed out various features in the landscape. A hill here, a now dry channel there, nothing out of the ordinary. He then asked if anything seemed wrong to me. I did not, at least not until he told me his discovery. Galloway's Tusks used to be a verdant paradise, not this god's forsaken waste. How he stumbled upon such a mystery, he would not say, but I believed him then as I believe him now. More of that eye symbol. Faded eye symbol.
Right
It's night. When will the sun rise?
When indeed. Fine indeed. And you're dead.
Everybody all right?
I've never seen anything like this.
Perhaps. Okay, Records of Old Souls, Part 5. After so many years, some of the older wardens have begun to voice their discontent, staying in one place for so long. It is in the heritage, the very blood of the Pargrunen to wander, discover, and settle. There were even whispers that Provetica would soon be upon us. Such superstition is unfortunately common among my older peers, that every settlement will one day face its Provetica, its final event. Of course they will. That is simply the way of the world. All things end. It gladdens this old heart to see that this nonsensical concept is fading away. Okay. All things do end, that is for sure.
These bodies are still warm. Kostya must have passed by recently. We should move.
Oh, you think he was actually responsible for the deaths of those wardens?
Come on, we don't want to be down here when Kostya does whatever he's planning.
I kind of feel like the game wants to really rush me in a way that makes me think maybe it's time sensitive, but I don't believe that. Borodin? Yeah, I don't think we can...
Arms up! You're mine now!
Okay, we got fucking priest. Oh my god. Okay, maybe I should not stand close to the edge here because might get knocked off into the lava, and that would be very bad for me. Okay, before we get out of this run, shoot you, please. Oh man, look at that. Oh god, you can actually do fireballs, but yeah, just 2 power shots. Just dude, so.
Give me a second.
We make a good squad.
If Kostya knew about this, he'd be selling tickets.
Oh, there's something here.
Stand back.
How deep does this go? Deep into the mountain. Deep into the earth. Maxims of the Pargrunen 4. In older lands it was said, tend to the mad as thy would be tended, for the mad do not know their madness. Cure the mad as thy would be cured, for the mad may yet be saved. Now it is written in blood, suffer not the mad. Shut your ears to their speech, shut your doors to their rest, cast them out. The taste of the blood is, madness brings the chaos without to the living within. Yeah. What if they're actually specifically referring to The dream scourge, the madness that it brings. Yeah, that's not at all. Maybe. Oh god, almost fell. Just want to look at this this mural first. Yeah, that's probably Sapadol, right? Okay, I guess we really don't have much of a choice than to jump down there, right? Oh, that's saved. Go.
The spark. Daylight.
Adra.
Essence we have not felt in centuries.
That spirit.
Speak. My brother. Soul of my soul. How did you find me here?
What traps you here, spirit? Why did you not return to the wheel?
A god beyond the grasp of gods. What is the wheel to a man subject to one like them? I told Sabadal not to look for me. I did not wish to be found.
Yeah, is this Nandru? So yeah, it definitely has that Pargrunan accent. And yeah. He is a godlike of Sapadal. Who are you?
I have been here for so long.
Are you this body? This corpse?
Memories
A skeleton?
They fall apart when I look too long at them. But there was a man
There you go.
called Nandru once. Beloved of a terrible god. I remember it all.
Now you're gonna convince me that Sapadal is not worthy of freedom!
Beneath yours, swimming in the deep. You should run.
You're a godlike of Sapadal too, aren't you?
That was the name they gave themselves. Stolen from the ancient souls, whose deaths gave rise to them. To us.
Wait, what?
We were little more than appendages to them. That is why I must ask you to destroy them.
You want me to do what?
You have seen them, as I have. Memories of their ancient, chosen children.
Right, the visions.
Rips in the fabric between the here and the beyond that allow the dreams of the dead to leak through. Memories of the Akida. People like you, or I, who loved Sapadal and were betrayed by them. This land was once a jungle, rich, alive. I saw it through their eyes.
Same?
The people tried to look after themselves, to rely less on Sapadal. But to be relied upon was all their god desired. They felled a tree, and for that slight, Sapadal turned their world to ash, ignited the breath in their lungs, and made their people into dust. Sapadal burned the world, and the people who revered them suffered for it.
If you knew this, why did you build solace on the ruins of the godless?
So that I would be confronted every day with what our god had done. So that I would not grow weak and give in. So that I would not go to them and do what they have asked of you. So that I would never set them free.
Was that fire the catastrophe that annihilated the godless? That fire. Right, from the, I guess from the volcano erupting?
No. Their final death came later. A gift to the Akida from the true gods, who wish to bring their children back to them. Back to her.
Yeah, Borica.
The rightful queen.
Uh-huh.
She is the center. The center of everything.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm down for that. So yeah, it was still actually Borica who ended the godless. Right? Yeah. From the true gods, yeah. Hmm. No, we're still a god. We're still a Sapidal believer. I'm gonna save Sapidal and end the Dream Scourge.
They shield you from the truth of what they are. The Dream Scourge has existed as long as they have. Don't you see? It is there.
No, yeah, I know that, but we're gonna stop it by reasoning with them.
Who are more brave than I. Go now to the garden and hang the gardener from their tree.
No, I will free them.
You are bound as they are bound, godlike. Your soul is strong, but it is not your own. Why free them when they will never free you? Ah, you know, I always meant to die down here, to siphon my soul into a lonely pillar, disconnected from the stone that makes our world, disconnected from them. I only hope that Sapidal releases you to the same long peace.
Oh wait, if you can't reach the wheel, what will happen to you?
I do not know my end. In that I find a peace beyond any even the true gods can dream of.
How will I know the way to the garden when I find it? So yeah, you're just gonna be stuck in that Adra pillar. I don't know if that is peace, but hey.
It is only a door, carved and warded by my own rough hands. It knew me. It will know you, because the same thorn tears at us both.
Alright, I can't waste any more time here.
Go then. But please, you must do it. Destroy them, brother. And when you see Borica, tell her I said hello.
Okay.
You okay? You went away again, but this time seemed different.
Envoy, you alright? We lost you there for a bit, but not like before.
Yeah, I'm good, I'm good. But yeah, the more I hear about all these different people telling me to destroy, kill Sapidal, the more I'm wondering if there really is no stopping them from wreaking even more havoc onto the world by letting them
myself an enemy of Solace. Whatever you choose to do with him after we stop him is fine with me.
The
sluice gates are just ahead. Kostya's probably already there. Let's move. Lava's high. We gotta hurry.
Good. You're here.
Oh, you still got some friends. Okay.
Help me destroy this witch. We can't risk someone turning it and opening the gates.
Right. Decision time.
Keep falls so that we might live. So be it.
Well, I killed Ludwig. Your scheme is over. So.
I figured you might have. Bloodthirsty. You people just can't help yourselves.
Was it you who told the Steel Garrote about the path of the garden? Yeah, you're the one who orchestrated the theft in the living archives, aren't you?
Guilty as charged. I was the one guiding Dolna. Mihala's sin is that despite her preoccupation with traditions and oaths, she has no curiosity. I had all the time to figure out what books I needed to acquire for the Steel Garrote. Then I had Dolna, our young novice, steal them from the archives for the Steel Garrote. By the way, is that novice still alive?
She's in prison.
I see. And what of the Steel Garrote? Should I assume they're all dead as well?
Yeah, we're going to storm the keep! Well, yeah, you don't know the Steel Garrote like I do. They had to be stopped. Also, yeah, they were taken by the Dream Scourge as well, so...
I could have used them. I could have fixed everything. But you've done me a favor in a way. So long as the keep stands, my people are trapped here. Doomed by an oath to a dead man.
No one should be bound to a pile of stones. Certainly not because of a centuries-old oath.
Our people were nomads for ages until we built the keep. When it falls, we'll be free to explore the world again. I will not watch my people rot here for the sake of a pointless oath.
Yeah, Nandru lied about the oath too. Yeah, that is true. It really is just a secret prison for the god. Or a god.
Then my conviction only grows stronger, envoy. Nandru never wanted what was best for us. He built us a tomb and abandoned us to it. Do not speak his name to me as if it could mean anything to you.
No, I am in agreement, I think. What would you have me do, Marius? I think Marius would actually want to keep keep the keep. So he might not be all that approving if I let Kostya do this, because I am kind of tempted to just let Kostya do this.
Well, he has a point, but it's not worth letting Solace fall to prove it.
You, of all people.
Yeah, exactly.
In favor of the suffocating grasp of tradition.
Yeah.
I'm talking about not destroying our ancestral home just because you don't like Nandru. You're just as blinded by those traditions as Mihala. Have the courage to leave if you want, but don't force everyone else to.
I guess that is that is a good point, though. Doing this will just force even those who don't want to leave. Yeah. This is rather drastic. Just straight up destroying this Saul's keep. I mean, Hala asked me to stop you. What if I just bring that? Yeah, I don't think there's no going back here for Kostya. There's no convincing him to stop at this point. Yeah, I think if I didn't have Marius in my party right now, I would have just let Kostya do this. But yeah, on the one hand, like such a drastic action, such drastic actions. Sometimes are required to really force like, structural change. And yeah, making such decisions will always affect people in positive and negative ways. Like, yeah, there is no clean way of doing things, I don't think. Because keeping Solace Keep alive really is going to be in favor of keeping the status quo. And I think also destroying Solace Keep may be in line with wanting to free Sapadal here, because even though it isn't like, well, I mean, we just mentioned it, like Solace Keep was meant as a way to help imprison Sapadal, so yeah, you know what? Maybe we'll just let Kostya do this actually, and then he won't have to, you know, go with the Steel Grove because I already took care of them, so he's no longer going to be aligned with them, even though he did actually do, he did make a deal with them and actually orchestrated that, the theft of the Pargrunen's sacred records, documents. So, but I get where he's coming from, and I'm actually sympathetic. And I'm not at all sympathetic to Mihala, but yeah, they really make it so that the big decisions are never so clean. Everything's all just tangled up, which yeah, I definitely appreciate. Really makes you stop and think about the choices you make. So, you know what? Yeah, maybe Marius won't like this, but still, yeah, maybe he'll. I mean, he understands the perspective, so he's probably not gonna be super mad about it, but and he'll eventually he'll get over it. He'll have the rest of his people follow in his footsteps, basically. They'll also be going all over the Living Lands and survive. Yeah, they'll survive. They'll survive. Do it then, but I won't help. Yeah, we're going with it.
Burn, then grow anew. A flow to
Yeah,
purge
see?
the weight. We twine.
That is all I ask.
You can't be blessed stay serious.
You should hurry on with your task. The lava's rising quickly now.
Sorry, Marius.
Safe travels to the garden. You'll find your entrance just past this door. I suspect you're the only one aside from Nandru who can open it.
Absomalu Vawintu, envoy. You are lucky I don't feel like fighting another Adiran right now.
If destroying Solace frees these people from a dead oath, let it crumble.
Although I still can sabotage them. Okay. Which is great. I do appreciate the game still, like, not completely locking you out. Just because of the dialogue choice you make when the stuff still is right in front of you and should still be interactable, so. Records of Old Solace, Part 6. Solace Keep was an ambitious undertaking, but under Nandru's guidance, leadership, and determination, it was finished. A beacon that stands proud as a symbol of the Pargrunan living within its walls. With this done, Nandru presented to us an even greater challenge. The floating foundry. A massive facility built atop a river of lava. Many wardens lost their lives securing the construction site, and many more died during the foundry's construction. Their sacrifices, while tragic, were not in vain. The floating foundry was erected, bringing with it arms and armor of unparalleled quality. Unfortunately, the foundry did not last long. Less than 8 years after its construction, tragedy struck. An eruption caused the river to swell, and none were able to make it to the sluice gate in time. Now, only ruins remain. Though it is gone, may the foundry's fall serve as a reminder to all of us that unchecked ambition will lead to ruin. These are the final words of First Elder Monk Karitana. May Wall Whale guide me on the journey to my next life. Reminiscent of eyes. It's the one fading eye. Okay. Optional. Open the sluice gates to save Solace Keep. Destroy the winch gears to do Solace Keep. Or I could just leave. I'm just gonna leave. I'm not actually gonna do the work myself. Y'all can do that, right? Anyway, quick save just in case. Marius will understand. Yeah, and they can take care of themselves. I mean, Kostya.
Good old Solace Cape. Destroyed from within.
Envoy, I'll give you this. You know how to leave an impression. It takes a special kind of clarity to do what needs doing. Especially when it looks like this.
Yep. Okay. Where are we going? There's a whole path over here. Okay, where are we actually? See, to the bridge to the garden. So I can just enter the garden now. You know what? I don't really care about having to speak with Mahala. It's so far away. I'd have to travel back here. Travel out there and back here. I don't care for her. Yeah.
So long.
Let's just get this over with. Huh? Oh, okay. Point of no return. Good to know. So that is definitely okay. End game. Okay. How long have I been playing? Let me just check. OBS. Yeah, it's been an hour. Perfect. You know what? Okay, there is a shiny over there, though. What is that shiny? Let me just get the shiny. Yeah, Marius has stuff to say, but, you know what? It's okay. I don't... Well... Can I upgrade? I can upgrade, right? Yeah, I can. I can craft upgrade materials. But yeah, I'm not gonna get up to... Don't have the glasswood branches, I think. Long last, it's time to enter the garden. Ah, fuck it. Let's go back to camp. Let's have Marius, yell at us. I don't think, if companions can actually, like, leave you, like in some RPGs, if you really piss them off.
You Adiran Kamayu. Take a few more moments to think closely before you go destroying your friends' homes next time.
Where's this coming from? Solace wasn't a home. It was a prison. We all saw that.
What gives you the authority to decide the fate of an entire settlement? That fits the Steel Garrote, but not you.
Darling, think it through. The Pargrunen was stuck rotting in their keep, and the envoys freed them.
What about those who wanted to stay there, huh? What life are they free to live now?
Whatever life they want. Same as you chose when you left.
Oh, so because I wanted to leave, it should be destroyed? I had no idea I had that kind of power.
Darling, it wasn't your decision. Clearly, you didn't wish it.
Austin knew the Pargunan would rather be free than suffer under the weight of tradition forever. Yeah, it's not like we haven't made decisions to affect other cities too. Like with Thirdborn, we decided to do the thing with the Audra pillar, right? Purging that with the spell, the Animancy spell that also killed a whole bunch of people at Thirdborn. I mean, it wasn't destroyed, but still, we left that place with the people there not liking us. In fact, hating us. So, yeah. And now I have to live with this. And yeah, and like the people will still be alive, and they would be now no longer be burdened by this crippling, stifling belief that was also basically a lie.
Amalia and her people took up arms and turned to banditry, and they still weren't allowed to leave.
Exactly.
Mihala would have kept the rest of her people bound to an ancient oath if we hadn't done something.
I don't get why you think you have the right to decide what every person in Solace needs. Who the fuitu do you think you are?
The main character
That's
of the
what
video
Adia
game.
wants, for us to stop worrying about our own destiny and leave it in their hands.
I still think it was the right decision.
Agree to bliste disagree.
I think we could all use a break. Let's camp and get some rest.
I, for one, could use a long rest. And I'm betting the envoy could, too.
You can sleep at a time like this?
I know. I'm excited too, dearie. But we need our beauty sleep, don't we?
And yeah, just like I said, like we've been
I know
making
Solace
decisions
was
of
a lot of things,
decide the
but
fate
it
of
was
the
once
Living
one.
Lands.
It can't be easy to see it fall.
Not sure what to say. That was my home, but I left there for a reason.
See?
He thinks it was about time those walls fell.
Even if it is for the best that the keep is gone, it could still make you sad, dearie.
Yeah,
The
it's
thought
burning.
of going there paralyzed me. I thought I was gonna die. I don't feel a ton of squishy feelings for Solace. After centuries of isolation and obsessing over tradition, they might have deserved to be destroyed from within.
He's talking himself
Yes,
into it.
Traditions should serve people, not the other way around.
Tradition can go suck Sokka. Never really did anyone much good.
Yeah, look at that. Convince himself eventually. Also, like again, yeah, it's
I
a
must admit, I had my doubts about Solace. It was like a dungeon, except the wardens were the prisoners.
Yeah, even
What
Giada.
possessed you to destroy the keep?
Yeah. Yeah, we gave the people of Solace an opportunity to expand. Yeah, it's a structure.
You broke an egg to make an omelette, in other words. Maybe it isn't all bad. Maybe now the wardens can decide who and what they are, with no traditions holding them back. Or maybe I'm guilty of wishful thinking, trying to find meaning in the midst of chaos. Wherever you go,
That could be partly true.
You break people out of their habits. You banish the old ways.
Yeah. Yeah, but you do give too much. I was kind of hoping for a bit more blowback, you know? That was actually kind of too easy for them to just flip their stance on this. Yeah, you give me too much
Or
credit.
perhaps you don't give yourself enough. Wherever that power comes from, whether it's your heritage or political status, it's a terrible burden. I don't envy you, but at least you keep things interesting.
Yeah, and now I'm just thinking about like from a video game design perspective. Yeah, now I'm thinking of the possibility of having these companions leave you if you make certain decisions that go against their principles or their perspective, or if you don't have your relationships built up. You know, like how it is in other RPGs. And I'm thinking that isn't actually a possibility in these games, in this game. Because yeah, with the way Marius was the way he reacted to it, and with Giada even throwing that accusation that, oh yeah, it's because it's what Adherents do and it's their empire, they want to decide for us. Like words like that being thrown around, for them to have weight, right? It feels like the people saying them should really be more, show more conviction and not be so friendly with the person who made that decision that they are, that they disagree with. In such a way that really feels like it would go against their, moral standing, and they would not stand for it. But yeah, and then going back to like the whole video game design thought that I had is like, yeah, maybe it would be too much of a, it would be out of this out of scope to have to program that whole thing to have these companions account for such decisions in a way that they would leave the player, but I could be completely wrong. And after I finish this session and look it up and see that the companions can leave you eventually if you make certain choices. But yeah, if that was actually, if that is actually a thing in this game, and I still didn't hit like the trigger for that to happen, because I don't know, I did Marius's companion quest, so now he's quote unquote loyal to me, and he'll still stand with me to the end because I built up enough relationship points. So yeah, I don't know how to feel about that if that is the case. Actually no, I think I'd feel negatively about that, because I feel like for characters to really feel real, right? Like if a game does the work to make it certain characters have their their principles be clear, make it so that certain decisions, certain choices that you make would be too far, you'd be crossing a line, or these characters, so that they would actually be in conflict with the player character. Like in like the Dragon Age games, or yeah, even I think Mass Effect also does that. Although Mass Effect still does have the thing where if you built enough loyalty with these characters, there is no line that you can cross that they would go against you anyway. So yeah, relationships in RPGs, it's a tough thing, because ultimately it all boils down to points. There has to be a structure to it, to how characters react when it's not as cut and dry in real life. Like you can do you try to flesh it out by having as many parameters to check in video games, like, and also the writing as well, make it so the dialogue that they have when you speak to them makes it convincing enough that you would believe them going along with what you're doing, even if previously they showed that they would be opposed to what you were doing. Like, yeah, like just what happened here with Marius and then Giata saying that I guess maybe there is you have a point. Maybe there is a positive to this, so you know, yeah, there are workarounds to it that isn't just straight up like the structural aspects of the game. Yeah, with you know, good enough writing, you know. So yeah. Narrative designers, tough job, tough job. Anyway, get some rest, people.
Until next time.
No, you still have stuff to say though.
Let me get this straight. You spoke to the spirit of Nandru, a godlike, same as you. What did he say? Any advice? Any words of encouragement?
He told me to kill Sapadal.
Oh. I take it that wasn't what you expected. I should have seen this coming. Never listen to the dead. They're cynical, full of regret, and determined to make us all miserable. Thankfully, you're still alive. Fate is in your hands.
There's no reason I can't have a better relationship with Sapadal than he did.
See? The future is looking brighter already.
Yeah, I believe.
No one is closer to Sapadal than you are.
True believer.
Nandru lost that privilege when he died.
Sapadal
Which means
simp.
you alone can judge the god of the living lands.
Exactly.
Your opinion is the one that counts.
Yeah. And I think I'll be bringing Giata along to the garden now. Because I think we've done enough with Marius, and I don't think he gives a shit about the garden, really. Not anymore. So. Yes, Sapadal has suffered too. I can't blame them for acting irrationally.
A caged animal lashes out at friend and foe alike. For what it's worth, I think you're going to be fine. No matter what you do about Sapadal, it can't get any worse.
You truly believe
I
that?
wish I could say the same for the living
Oh
lands.
yeah, I guess for me, yeah.
Not before I've done some reading.
Alright, Marius.
Envoy? You're probably here to see how I'm doing, yeah? Well, I'm doing great. I always knew my home would destroy itself from within. I just never thought I'd have to stand by and watch while it happened.
I really do feel like it was the best option.
Sure you do. I guess you just didn't know any better. But enough of that. You have a lot to do. And I'm right behind you.
Yeah, see?
Right.
There it
Change the
is.
subject?
He's still gonna be loyal to...
Not before I've done some reading.
Oh, still have more to say.
Envoy? Blacked out at that Audra and the lava tubes beneath Solace. But it seemed different somehow.
I spoke to the spirit of Nandru, actually. Yeah, I thought you weren't interested in all that mystical stuff, hmm?
Oh, so the one time I am, you make fun of it. Sure, let's make sure I never ask again. Giada says it was Nandru, like founder of Solace Nandru. Actual, dead and stuck in Audra Nandru.
He suggested that I kill Sapadal, actually.
Well, that's not what I was expecting. People in Solace always claim they're speaking the word of Nandru. And here you are, actually hearing from the man. Doesn't even really matter what he said if you ask me. There are hundreds of Pargrunen who'd give anything to hear Nandru's voice. Blessed day impressive is what that is. Envoy, what do you need?
Marius.
If I must.
Okay. Upgrade. Okay. Ah, dang it. Don't have enough dragon hides. Let's hope we can max out at least one thing, but yeah. Oh well. Yeah. Let's get Heaven Strike up. I need 2 more Blood-Writhe Toadstool, but I don't think it's gonna happen. Yeah, it sucks that I got Moonstrike to +2 already, and now, yeah. And I didn't get the resources back. That's so annoying. Not a fan of that at all. But what am I gonna do? What you gonna do? Also, it's not like I haven't been running through everything. So not really that much of a big deal in terms of like practicality, but just for my, you know, desire to get at least one thing to max level would have been nice, but whatever. Not that important. Grand scheme of things. I can at least enchant the Heaven Strike, right? Yeah, let's spread the wealth. High frost accumulation to nearby enemies. Lunar, yeah, Andra's anger. Andra! Is there anything else? No? Okay.
I once heard rumors about a cataclysm in the Deadfire. Something about the lost city of Ukaizo. Does that ring any bells?
The higher-ups with fancy hats were looking for it, but that was all above my rank.
There was also talk of a broken machine. A device so large that it towered over the city.
Definitely sounds like the kind of thing the fancy hats would have been interested in. But why are you so curious about something on the other side of the world?
I have my reasons.
Hey, being all mysterious, I like it. Okay, no more. Well, it's fine. It's fine. We don't need Marius around. Let's get Giata now. Yeah. Well, we will be talking to Mihala. Whatever. I don't think she has... She's not gonna have anything nice to say. We let Solace keep burn, so... Whatever. Yeah, they're all camped out here now.
Looks like everyone made it out.
Can't be.
What do we do now? Where do we go?
Still alive, eh?
Go to... Shatterscarf. The Emerald Stair. Paradis.
Welcome to our new home. I know it isn't much, but if the smith can reforge himself, we can rebuild from this. What can I do for you?
Take all of my shiny gemstones. That I can spend money on... What? I don't know. You have... upgrade materials for me. I guess you do. I guess you do, but I don't think it's gonna be enough. And what I need is coral so that I can turn it into the toadstool. But yeah. Yeah. Dragon hides, branches. But I don't really have anything to spend the money on, so why not? Maybe. I don't know. Alright.
Make it quick, Adiran.
Mihala had Petru imprisoned for practicing animancy. I thought you would want to know. Yeah, fuck Mihala. Yep.
Well,
no, I
you
don't.
don't pull punches, do you? Huh. I guess that means this posting will be mine for a while now.
What posting?
Nandru, save us. Thank you for telling me.
Fuck Nandru. Get out of this place.
Careful telling Mina. If you tell her at all, alright? I need all the wardens I can spare.
He deserves to know.
You're probably right. It doesn't make it any easier, though. Take it easy on her if you can.
Yeah, where is she? Where's Mina? Oh, you're still there to pick up bounties, Warden Cosby?
All those hours spent watching over the keep. For this.
Sure, you all can make deal without the stuff inside this chest. You don't need any of that shit.
It's going to be alright, little brother. Think of this as a chance to find a new home. An adventure.
The very image of Nandru indeed. God sent you at the most opportune time.
What could you possibly want from me, Chief Engineer Gabriel?
Welcome to Solace Keep. Marvel of Parkland engineering.
I feel like that script that triggered there was for when you get to him while Saul's Keep was still around, and he give you a quest, and not right now because yeah, he didn't actually have anything to say. Hey Mina, where you at?
Everyone, keep calm. I'm sure the council will have answers for us in no time at all.
I can't believe it.
Well, you better do. This is the world you live in now.
The keep is gone, Envoy. I cannot believe it. Surely something must still stand?
There's something you must know about Nandru. Your oath is a lie.
A lie? You call our oath a lie? No, we will not discuss this.
Need to break her.
Tell me about the keep. Does any of it remain?
Need to move on. Nandru kept the truth from you. He only wanted you to watch the garden to keep a god imprisoned.
It doesn't matter, Envoy. An oath is an oath. If Nandru thought it best, then so do I. Now tell me about
He really
the
doesn't
keep.
want to hear anything about it. Okay. Well, it's all gone.
No, no, no. Tell me you're lying, Envoy. It can't be true. It can't all be gone. Where is Kostya? He won't lie to me.
Still lives, but I don't know where he is.
Thank Nandru that he is alive. There is mercy in this universe.
Wait, you know, right?
I've
But anyway.
decided.
Okay.
Kostya will
Okay.
assume leadership of the Pargrunen. He has always believed in a better life for our people. One that I could not provide. If he wishes to retain me as an advisor, I will stay. But I failed at the oath I swore to Nandru, to keep our people in solace and protect the garden.
Yeah, I was about to say it, right? Like, yeah. 'Cause we told her about it, but... Are you sure about this? Kasia did destroy the keep.
He believes the Pargrunen deserve a better life than this, and that our duty to Nandru stood in the way.
Okay, I'm glad that voice actor still
His conviction is
said
stronger
Nandru.
than mine, and he may very well be right. I failed, after all.
Okay. Well, at least you're being practical about this then. You're not just like, oh, I'm going to cast myself into the flames. Into the flames of Saul's Keep and Mount Forja. But I've failed my people. No. Practical about it. Okay, where is Mina though? No, I don't see them anywhere. Oh, that's a bounty master. Well, can't seem to find her, so okay, whatever. It's not like a actual quest, so Doesn't really matter. Yeah, don't see her. Alright. Onwards then. Let's go. Well into the point of no return, as I am ready to finish the game. Oh wait, there's a lower part of
Oh, praise be to Margaret, you're alive!
Encampment.
There have been too many losses as it is.
Got stuff for me though? Don't think you do. Glad to see you're alive though.
Great.
Quartermaster Yorgu? I don't think I ever really
did not deserve this. I'm sorry, my boy. I could not save you.
What are you talking about?
Of course. The outsider would survive this.
Oh, you have cave coral though. Fragments of the spoils. I don't care anymore. Not at this point. We're basically at the very end.
Oh, great.
Don't actually remember interacting with the quartermaster much, so I don't really remember.
Petru, what have you done? Hey, you heard anything about Petru?
Mihala imprisoned Petru for trying to start an animancy garden in the abandoned outpost.
Gods, that's a lot. Animancy? No wonder Mihala seemed pissed at him. If he's imprisoned, then I suppose that is the end of it, huh? Gods.
No, I let him out. I freed him. He doesn't deserve this.
You what? Oh gods, I could kiss you. Where is he?
Yeah, no, just go to Amalia's camp. I sent him there.
Amalia. Well, at least he's with our own. Thank you for looking into this at all. I'm glad he's going to be safe.
Wanna go join him?
Without true friends. Good thing Petro's got her.
Yep. Okay, I think that's all of it now. Okay, so I did get some cave coral though, so maybe one last time going to camp. Because we are at the point of no return, right? Might as well. I do still have resources, right? I picked some up. I bought some. Maybe one more upgrade? Maybe one more upgrade. Yeah, people don't have anything to say. Yes, yes! One more upgrade. Andra's offense. Yeah, that's the last one, I guess. Yeah. Sword getting up to +2. Sure. Cool. Alright, let's finish this. Let us enter the garden. But I am ready to move on to another game. Another new game. Let's go to the garden. Yes, I do wish to proceed. And Weethan.
Well, this is it, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Feels very different from the last time I left Galawain's tusks. And now, without solace, there's no reason for me to ever come back.
Last talk with everybody. Yep. The Wardens deserve a new beginning.
Feels more like an ending to me, but as you say.
Please, be honest with us, Marius. Are you going to be alright?
I'll be fine. It's not like I have any more childhood homes that can be destroyed.
Solace is gone, but its people aren't. You're still here, and we're still with you. Not to spoil the moment with good news, but I doubt the rest of the island has been quiet while we've been looking for the garden. Things have only gotten more tense since Fjord, and the Steel Garrote probably hasn't been doing us any favors on that front.
Especially when they're led by a woman who doesn't seem interested in staying dead.
Oh, yeah, are we gonna see her again?
After we take care of the Envoy's little god problem, we'll still have an empire bearing down on us.
A time of change and strife! We've felt this discord in the island itself.
I guess that's why you and Sapadal are due for a heart-to-heart, or whatever you have with a god.
Can't say I'm too excited about just walking into the garden. I grew up learning I needed to protect that place, but it never felt like more than a children's tale to me.
I hear you. This island is weird enough when all we have to worry about are vengeful plans and soul-altering corruption.
Am I the only one who's looking forward to the garden? We're pioneers, stepping into the great unknown. A land of mystery.
Yeah, that's the spirit. That's why I'm bringing you along.
In spite of their lack of proper enthusiasm, dearie.
Yeah. I don't relish having our very souls peeled down to the core, one fleeting memory at a time. So, yeah, there is some reservation there.
You have such a way with words, Envoy.
I have a theory about the garden, or a warning, depending on how you want to look at it. Sapadal has been imprisoned a long time. The garden will be a reflection of their dreams, their nightmares, their madness.
I wouldn't be surprised if we saw visions or hallucinations, and not even the fun kind.
That's such a funny response. Pinch the bridge. Yeah. It's making fun of her voice. You're saying there's a chance we all become raving lunatics. Yeah, at least we get to meet Sapadal in person.
About that, before we go any further, I have to ask you something. You told the Inquisitor that you intend to free Sapadal, set them loose upon the world. Is that still the plan?
Sapadal deserves their freedom.
Everyone deserves freedom.
I could make an exception for a god with the power to destroy us all in a tantrum.
Sapadal is responsible for the spiritual health of the living lands, and the island has suffered for it. No matter what the Inquisitor said, I don't believe there's a right or wrong choice to make here. Just the one you believe in.
Any more words of wisdom?
Just one. Remember, we're stepping into a realm that is both physical and spiritual in nature, if you can call it nature. There's no telling how long we'll be gone. For all we know, time could run backwards in the garden.
Wait, what? Oh boy, okay. Why'd you bring up that possibility? Does anyone feel like turning back? This may take a while.
Not a chance. We're a crew now, so you're stuck with me until the end. Marius?
I told you I'd be with you till the end. I don't go back on my promises. What about you, Giada?
You're not going into the garden without me. I have to see this with my own eyes. Yatsli, if you feel like running back to Quilichi, now would be the time. No one would think less of you.
And tell Quilichi that I missed out on the most exciting part.
Wipe a tear from the corner of your eye. Thank you, everyone. I don't say that enough.
And you don't have to. We pull together, and that's plenty.
I plan on wandering the garden whether I'm traveling with you or not. I have to find out what the big deal is.
Agreed. I'm not waiting in camp while the rest of you have all the fun. Hope to see you out there, Marius.
Well, let's go then. We can't keep your god waiting.
Oh, it would be cool to have everybody active out there in the garden, right? Since it is the final dungeon, I'm guessing. Would be nice.
I heard you were stationed in the Deadfire.
Yeah,
Sure
so that's
was.
stuff to say.
I was sent out as soon as I was old enough to leave home.
Is it true what they say? That Aethys woke up a dormant volcano?
That was after my time, but... Wait. Why do you want to know?
No reason.
Margaret's breath. Please don't start thinking of ways to set off a volcano.
Oh, a charcoal mask does sound wonderful.
No one is setting off any volcanoes. How would that even work? Oh, I bet I'd be really good at it. So, this is it. The spiritual epicenter of the living lands. Where it all began, and where it all ends. For so long, I have looked out on a horizon full of possibilities. Now that it's here, I'm too scared to breathe. Oh, why am I so anxious?
You were feeling lost after Emerald Stair, and this place gives you hope.
You may be right. When I gave up, I stopped worrying so much. And now that we're here, it's obvious I don't know what I want anymore. Do you remember when Manto Pastor sent you after the heart of an Adragan?
Yeah, to Power's invention, yeah.
That was nothing compared to this. We are standing in the beating heart of the living lands. Just imagine what we can do with it.
I was worried you'd given up on your ambition.
I almost turned my back on Animancy. And if I'm being honest, it was a relief. But now that we're here, who am I to reject my upbringing, my potential? My parents were going to build a better world for Animancers. That dream was their legacy to me. You and I have come farther than they did, to an impossible place where anything can happen. Anything.
You get to decide what to do with your life. The past has no say in the matter. And you know, whatever you need, I'm here for you. Yeah, if she wants to, yeah. Go with the family legacy. Go with it. It's not like it's been, you know, stifling in the way that it was for the Wardens, right? So it's not the same, it's not the same.
Of course you are. I don't know what's going to happen, but you've had my back since the beginning. I won't forget it.
Do you know any stories about the garden?
Well, that depends. I know a few spooky stories about the living lands. They may or may not have anything to do with the garden.
I want a spooky story.
Okay, but if something goes bump in the night, I'm waking you up.
Let me think of a good one. There are so many, I can't decide. Which do you want to hear first? I know one about a ranger's dream, one about a haunted well, and one about a golden city.
Yeah, we're gonna listen to all of these. Let's hear the one about the ranger's dream.
One sunny day, a ranger took a nap in the woods of Emerald Stair. He awoke to a forest of dead trees, the night sky full of unfamiliar stars. After getting his bearings, he walked in the direction of Fior Messivernal, but the settlement was gone. In its place was the most beautiful garden, hills bursting with flowers, the grass as soft as Valiant silk. Enchanted by this vision, he bent to pick a rose, but its thorn cut like a knife, severing 3 fingers.
3 fingers?
Then, a voice filled his head, shouting, "Go now, before the land takes you, body and soul." He awoke in his own bed, a wilted rose clutched in his 2-fingered hand.
Oh, Good one, Giotto.
It's nonsense, of course, but that's why I like it.
Can I hear another story?
Of course. Which one did you have in mind?
I want to hear the one about the haunted well.
Once upon a time, a young girl left town to fetch water from the local well. After pulling up the rope, she discovered the head of a Delimgan, one of the tree folk, staring at her from the bucket. "Return me to my grove," it said, "and I will grant you 3 wishes." So she carried the head into a peaceful clearing and sat it down on a tree stump. First, She wished for long life. The head granted her wish. Second, she wished to be impervious to a sword blade. Granted. And finally, she wished to know what happens after we die. No one ever saw her again. All they found was an Adra pillar in the middle of a clearing, next to an old stump.
Ah, yes. Yeah, okay. Long life, impervious to a sword blade, and wanted to know how she would end. Okay, that's clever. Yeah, I like that one. You have any real stories or just fables for children?
I heard it as a child. Took me years before I would fetch water again.
Right, the last one.
Of course. Which one did you have in mind?
Golden City.
Many years ago, when Fior Mesiverno was barely a dot on the map, an animancer got lost in the wilderness. He came upon a pair of ancient trees, their trunks and branches intertwined. A strange light shone in the space between the trees, and beyond that light, a city of gold. So the animancer returned with an axe to chop the trees apart and fit his body through the narrow gap. But with every blow of his axe, the towers of the Golden City fell. The walls crumbled, the lights flickered out. By the time he made it through, there was nothing left. Only the bones of a once mighty civilization. As for the two trees, they were dead, hacked to splinters, leaving him no path back the way he came.
Ah, if that's true, how does anyone know? Yeah, it's a, you know, it's not a... You know, these stories have a consistent theme. Not getting what you want.
Very perceptive. What do you think it is? I have my own opinion, but I'm curious about yours.
Dreams are ambitions. Yeah. I don't know, I just thought that's called. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, all three of these can apply, I think. Well, maybe not. Yeah, maybe not this one as much. Let's go back to the very first one. I have to really scroll with the mouse wheel, huh? Yep. Nope. F. Beware of nature, for it punishes the careless. I mean, that's the most like obvious one, in the sense that these are all dealing with nature. But from like a more top level perspective, a bird's eye view. Could be that. Don't pursue what you don't understand. And it's obviously this reflects on what's going on in the game. Yeah. Let's go with that. I mean, these two are like 1 and 3. From like a thematic point. Yeah, but let's go with this one, the obvious one. Beware of nature, for it punishes the careless.
That is true of many places, not just the living lands. These stories might not shine any light on the garden, but they could inform the way we think about it. First, the garden is beyond all mortal understanding. If you think you're safe here, you're not. And second, when you walk into the unknown, make sure to bring a friend.
Okay. Good thing we have each other.
Indeed. I couldn't have made it this far on my own. Hey, you're a good listener. Not everyone has the patience to hold their questions to the end. Alas, that is all I can tell you about the garden. For now, at least.
Got anything else to say about
For you, anything.
Wow. We're good.
Until next time.
Until next time. Alright. Let's go enter the garden. Yeah. Hides with us till the end. Oh yeah, this is the art now for the garden. Hearts of the living lands. Wait, I have ability points? I guess I leveled up. Okay, let's see. Let's make the bear stronger. Honestly, at this point, it doesn't really matter all that much. Let's see, what else? Dexterity, get that up to 10. Sure, let's get that up to 10. Yeah. Sure. Although there have been dialogue choices where it's like short of 1. I think it was for perception and intellect, so maybe if I get this to 13, it'd be good, but I wonder what the max is, actually. Maybe it's 10 for the baseline stats, not counting the bonuses. Yeah, now I'm just more thinking of dialogue options here, not necessarily like the stats in terms of like helping me out in battle. But yeah, I don't think dexterity really has ever helped in terms of unlocking dialogue choices. Might has, but I never really invested in that at all. Resolve, intellect, and perception, definitely. Ah, fuck it. I'll get perception up to 13. As a court augur, right? Yeah. And it'll also still help with combat. Greater critical hit chance and maximum range, so. Alright, let's go. Let's finish
Looks like
this.
a dead end.
Ooh. Spoke too soon there.
I stand corrected.
Couldn't have a floating rock closer. Hey. Yeah, these are the animals from like the opening cutscene. Now that I think about it. I'm still getting blood rice toadstool? Oh, wait.
Nice of someone to mark that spot for us.
That's it. The heart of the garden. Zapadal's cage.
Okay, wait a minute. Is this like a region? I think it kind of is. Yeah. Oh, so it's that spot. Oh, but I doubt there'll be quests here. It's just like an area to traverse. Yeah. So I still will have an opportunity to upgrade my stuff. Feel like it.
Coming in hot.
Yeah, where does this lead? Yeah, the fact that I'm still getting upgrade materials leads me to believe that there'll still be a chance to like go to camp. Maybe right before the very end of this area, right before you get to the end. Letter from Tane, dear Lengrath. I made it to the garden somehow. The last thing I remember is getting lost, stumbling through the woods past the volcano. And now here I am. Then again, maybe it was all a dream. Maybe this is a dream too. What else is new? The plants are a nice touch, but a bit too humanoid? They'd fit right in at the hall's obscured. A little greenery to brighten up the enclosures. Anyway, I believe this marks the end of my sightseeing tour of the Living Lands. Not a moment too soon. I miss the comforts of home. Now, how do I leave? Oh, well, I'll figure something out. I always do. Wink! Your friend, Tane the Archmage, author of Tane's Chaotic Orb. Yes, I'm leaving this here for you, or a future version of you, to find someday. Take care. See you at the next meeting of the Circle. I'll save you a seat next to me at the big table.
Really?
That scared the shit out of me. That actually scared the shit out of me.
You've got better aim than a sharpshooter, Giada.
Dragon hide. Yes, yes, give me that stuff. Dream Thrall, Elder Black Bear. Yeah, giant archivist. Subtle as a mouse, for sure. That's what that is.
Nicely done. Coming from the left.
Here it comes.
Magfolk Orison 2. Life is a prayer. Of the insisted ones we made a holy slaughter. The young we smothered with our hands. Of the oldest we made fires. We rendered them down into fuel to clear the insisted growth. From some we removed the hands, from others the feet, from others the features, all of which we gathered in heaps which drew the insisted wildlife to feed. Into these heaps we set poison. Of their severed heads we made pyramids. 10 heads to a side, and the count of heads in each pyramid was 385. Of these pyramids there were counted 7,707. We spared those who could run with vigor, so that they would lead us to other dwellings of the insisted. We made it known that mercy could be purchased by tribute, so that the insisted would gather together their livestock, or their wine and wealth, to present to us. The first 10 of these tributes we accepted and gave mercy. Then after the 11th tribute, we began to kill all those assembled. In this way we made them gather themselves to be taken census and killed. In this way we approach God through prayer. Yeah, y'all are vicious. That is wild. That's... The way it's all very organized too is just kind of... sick in a bad way.
I don't see a better way down. You first. I'll be right behind you.
Yeah, look at that. There's a Audra stone right there. So I'm not even gonna bother.
Don't look down.
I was looking up. I was looking up. Oh, there's a way over here. Can you do anything about this, Kai? I don't think you can, because you're underwater. No! We have to get Yasti out. I guess we can do right now. We are literally next to him right now. Okay, this path here isn't the main path. Door. Follow this pipe to here. Treasure. Charm of Bones. Legendary. Summon a trio of skeletons to fight with you. Okay. Hey.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing?
New quest acquired.
Or am I going mad?
Oh. Oh. Oh, wait a minute. Not expecting to get any more quests here, but I guess here we are.
What is the meaning of this? It can't be real. This is an illusion.
Oh.
A joke.
You seeing your parents?
Tell me we're both seeing the same thing.
Yeah, it's your family's lab all over again.
But worse. So much worse. Why am I cursed to see this again? Why does the memory follow me wherever I go?
Okay, you know what? The way this is set up makes me feel like this is actually gonna take some time. I thought this was just gonna be a race to the end here and finish things, so... Yeah, I am now running long, so... yeah. I guess I just hit 2 hours, but... Okay, I think what I'll do is, I might just cut things up here to different videos, because, you know what, I'll see how I feel after I get through this conversation. I think the garden's misleading us, playing with our senses.
Wanna know what I think? I think someone's laughing at me. Whoever is responsible, I'm tired of the bullshit. Step forward and answer for yourself, coward!
Godlike of Sapadal, long have we awaited you.
Finally, you've come home.
This is almost as bad as Ringram's creepy sculptures.
Oh my gods. They're alive?
Talk to them yet?
How? Where would I even begin?
Giada Castell, welcome.
Wait, you know me? How do you know me?
For centuries, our whispers filled the silence. Then we heard your mother's call.
My mother? You heard her?
She reached out to us, using the tool you now carry.
But that would have been years ago. The first time she used the phantasmal focus. The only time she used it.
We heard, and Sapadal answered, saying in a great voice, "We are here. You have found us."
But when Sapadal speaks, the living lands trembles. The voice of a god can be a terrible thing.
I hear Sapadal all the time, and I'm doing fine.
Indeed. Sapadal learned to whisper.
Okay.
What exactly happened to my parents? Tell me, please. I need to know.
Sapadal wanted to be heard, and in so doing, twisted your family in body and soul, broke them into a more suitable shape.
Sapadal does not know the limits of their strength. Mistakes were made.
Mistakes were made? Do you have any idea what my life has been since your little mistake?
After the incident, your parents were like us, and we took pity, so we helped them move on, as they wanted.
In the end, they thought only of you, their pride, and their love.
That's it. That's really it. The answer I've been searching for all these years. Sapadal destroyed my family.
Yeah. Now I'm thinking that maybe... Yeah, this could be the fate of everybody in the Living Lands. You think they're telling the truth?
I know they are. My mother and father would not have wanted this. A good animancer embraces death. And they were the best.
Oh, do they really though? They animate corpses to make them farm the land, so... Yeah, what are these things?
We are companions. Toys. Diversions. Sapadal fashioned us out of dreams and memories.
I can't believe it never occurred to me. They're animats. Ancient vessels held together with duty and loyalty. Their design is unusual. Organic, much like the garden itself. Sapadal's work. All this time, your god has been making imaginary friends. Drawing pictures on the walls of their cell. It's almost too sad to imagine.
I'm so sorry, Giata. I had no idea about any of this.
I don't hold you responsible. I don't even know if I hold Sapadal responsible.
Yeah, because still
your
planning
god
on
has
freeing
the intelligence
them.
of a scatterbrained goat.
Yeah.
But that isn't their fault. It's simply how they came into being.
Very understanding.
One final question, spirits. What is this? Why are you trying to ruin my life again? Is this your way of haunting me? What is it you want?
That's 4 questions.
We want to apologize on Sapadal's behalf, and for the part we played in your sorrow.
They want to apologize. I came to the garden for answers, not to offer forgiveness.
And now you have the answers. Maybe it's time to move on.
Easier said than done. Damn it. I can't believe I'm about to say this. Sapadal has been trapped here for millennia. Alone. Confused. Screaming into the void for anyone who will listen. When they heard the voice of a stranger, they overreacted. How can I hold that against you? Apology accepted.
Thank you, Giada. And thank you, Godlike, for bringing her all this way.
The time has come for you to find your patron, as you were meant to.
Did I expect to find more of these apparitions in the garden?
A garden is whatever you plant in it.
Sapadal wishes to be understood, as all mortals do. Seen, as all mortals are.
He wants to be perceived.
What you see is the truth, glimpsed through their eyes, and they wish to share it.
What will happen to you?
Now that you have returned to the garden, Sapadal has everything they need. We will fade, as all things fade.
But there's so much we could learn from you.
You have already learned more than we could ever teach. We know only growth and stillness, root and flower.
We will return to the soil from which we emerged. In time, you will do the same.
I'm ready.
May the living
I'm ready.
lands receive you with open arms. Farewell.
Goodbye. We need to talk about this, but not here.
This feels like one of those times when getting answers doesn't mean getting closure.
Spooky. But yeah. Like, toys for Sapodal in their loneliness. Unusual book. This book is penned with dark tree sap instead of ink. Every stroke done with a slow and meticulous hand. Most of the pages contain sketches of the garden, and unfamiliar animals, and even music and some ancient notation. Only the final page contains legible writing. Forgive us. There is a reason for us to be able to go to camp here, and not just for like upgrading, but also to get some resolution for the characters, the companions. Okay. And just get out from that door. Have to go back from seeing where we got in. Maybe there's also, yeah, because that one I need Yatsley, so yeah, because we don't have like companion quests for Giata and Yatsley, so maybe they it's like this is some sort of compromise then. Marius?
Envoy, what do you need? Let's make sure they're not listening. The only one we haven't talked about is Yatsley. I don't know. Things have changed a bit, I guess. She's not so bad. I mean, she's loud and impulsive and always trying to get herself killed, and she keeps saying things to get a rise out of me, Envoy. But, joke's on her. No one's gotten a rise out of me in years.
Oh, yeah?
But other than that, we can get along. She can be sweet, too. When she's not introducing me to a new word for my oak and acorns.
Your, twig and berries?
Thanks for talking.
Okay. Hi.
When you find Sapodal, I hope you tell him how much I love what they've done with this place.
Yeah, it looks beautiful. There is something beautiful amidst this chaos.
And you've got to enjoy it where you can find it. Besides, as divine prisons go, I can imagine much worse.
It's grown around Sapodal like a cocoon. It reflects their beauty, their danger, and their fractured nature.
Let's hope they don't have any nightmares while we're here. Judging from their outbursts at Mount Forja and Nakukubel, they're skewing towards the danger in that mix.
Sapodal and I talk about compassion and forgiveness. I believe they can change for the better.
Uh-huh. I've heard that one before. Usually before a lot of tears, a lot of drinks, and a lot of, I should have known better. Still, you taught me that a person can grow beyond their flaws. Why wouldn't the same be true of a god?
It's a god we're talking about
right,
now.
Because we are all in trouble if you're wrong.
I know. Knowing you, I'm surprised you're not in favor of giving Sapodal a second chance.
You know, if Sapodal were only a smuggler, assassin, or bandit,
sure.
I'd be right there with you.
Fair points.
But knowing they could end us all with a temper tantrum puts things in perspective. I guess we've all got our limits. And I don't envy you having to deal with the loose cannon of a god. But I envy even less the mess you're going to have if, I mean, when, we escape this place.
Yeah, there's still the whole situation with the Adiran Empire and the inhabitants of the Living Lands dealing with that, so after this I'm disappearing to a remote cabin for a year and no one is stopping me. No, yeah, let's ask him about what well, you know, yeah, let's just say this. Dealing with Sapodal won't diffuse the political tensions in the Living Lands.
Lucky thing your emperor sent his best representative as his envoy, right? You'll have your work cut out for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
You may have averted the attack on Fjord, but this is one situation where it's the thought that counts. And yeah, I know that's on the Steel Garrote, but it's not lost on anyone that your people despise animancy. Not when Heelgard banned the practice in Paradise.
I see your point.
Oh, I wish I were finished. Ringra may have unleashed some powerful magic against the Dream Scourge, but she left a lot of corpses in her wake. That doesn't look good for your people. Not when Ludwig was also in the region, and your people had a garrison at Eagle's Reach.
Yeah, that doesn't look good at all. And yeah, I'm not in favor of Adir at all. So.
And then there's Solace, the oldest continuously inhabited stronghold in the Living Lands, the pride of the Pargrunen, now reduced to ash and rubble.
Oh, come on. Half of them wanted to leave. Yeah, it's technically on me.
Hey, I know you did it for the right reasons. Too bad no one else will. Fairly or not, a lot of blame's gonna be laid at Adir's door. And if I had to guess, I don't think Hilgard's been helping matters while you've been out here.
So, tensions are high and everyone out here is well armed. What about it?
If and when we get out of here, we're walking into a powder keg. And you'll have to choose a side. That's the part I don't envy.
Yeah, the people of the Living Lands deserve freedom. I won't help anyone subjugate them.
I admire your principles, but don't underestimate what they could demand of you. Look, I've been there. I fought for Rauatai's interest in the Deadfire for longer than I like to admit. And lost my stomach for it eventually. That's how I wound up here. But I will tell you now, I never could have fought my own brothers and sisters. I hope that's not what it comes down to. But I'll understand if that's a line you can't cross. I don't mean to burden you. It's late, and you've still got a god to face. Just know that whatever you choose, I'll fight alongside you. I'm with you to the end of this.
Wouldn't have expected anything less. Thanks, Kai.
Anytime.
Alright. Yeah, so that it does, that whole, conversation leads me to believe that there's still gonna be plenty more game. Maybe. So, yeah. I might, Yeah. 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 Let me just check again.
Good night, Envoy.
Yaza? People have stuff to say.
All this time, I thought my parents died in a freak accident. An experiment gone awry. A mistake. And in a way, they did. But it wasn't their mistake. It was Sappadal's.
You were generous to forgive them.
Generous? Perhaps. Until I knew the whole story, there was never anyone to blame. This whole experience has me considering my family's work in a different light. Look at what my mother accomplished. Armed with her research and her wits, she found a god. When you speak to a god, it's nothing. Barely a reflex. But for the rest of us, it's unimaginable. No animancer can live up to that. Certainly not me. I thought their legacy was a curse, and I could only break it by completing their work. I was wrong.
Don't sell yourself short. You can still do incredible things.
Of course I can. But now, I can do them for the right reasons. One thing is certain. When it comes to animancy, I need to unlearn some of my old assumptions. I wanted to tame the spirit of the Living Lands. Now, there's so much about it I don't understand. And it's creepy, but wonderful.
I wonder if Sappadal would be willing to assist you.
They probably won't even notice me. But stranger things have happened. I believe the power flowing out of the garden drove this island mad. That has to end. Through animancy, we could help the Living Lands recover. It would take a lifetime, maybe more, but that's a small price to pay. Then again, Who am I to interfere with an ecosystem that I barely understand? On the other hand, half the fun of animancy is stirring the pot and getting into trouble. I think I know what I want, but there are too many variables to consider. What do you think?
Yeah, I trust you to make the right choice for yourself.
Of course you trust me. I'm brilliant. But we've been together long enough that I value your opinion.
Okay. Yeah, it seems like she's kind of dead set on really making use of animancy. Yeah. And I think Josephus has always been kind of in favor of it for the most part. I don't know. Like, in some ways, he is, in some ways he isn't, but we trust Giada to make good use of it. Yeah, you owe it to yourself to continue your research and grow as an animancer.
I have a lot of catching up to do, and plenty of room to grow. But I think you're right. So be it. Starting today, I don't have to live up to anyone's example. Animancy can be whatever I make of it.
Your mother and father would be proud.
I know they would be. And not just because some ancient plans told me so. Now I just have to decide which field of research to pursue. But no need to bore you with the details. I've only got one lifetime as Giada Castel, so I'd better make it count. Hey, you helped me through a very difficult time. I just wanted to say thank you.
If anyone's gonna lead the way for animancy, I can't think of a better fit than you.
Envoy, what do you need? Let's... The only one we haven't? I don't know. She's not...
No, wait, you're just saying the same thing. Okay, you're bugged out.
Pleasant dreams.
Okay. Upgrade, upgrade. I can get to +3. I can actually max this out. Yeah, I don't have enough for that stuff. But hey, one piece of equipment maxed out. That's all I can ask for. Yeah. Fully upgraded. I can even upgrade this too. Yeah, the magic missile. Get it to +1. You know what? I'll do it. Even if it means I'm not going to be able to upgrade Heaven Strike anymore, I don't think. I didn't even need to do that. Whatever. All good. Let's get out of here. And now, you know what? Let's get these two. Because, I'll be opening up that, that path. That illusion. Ooh.
A breath held.
Okay.
Trepidation. You are close, yet distant still.
I had to rest. This place is exhausting in a way I can't describe.
Your soul is small. The essence weighs like the sea on your chest. We feel the pressure, darkness, yet somehow strengthened resolve. We wonder.
You know what I wonder?
The deer leaps at its reflection in the lake.
Surprised?
You have defied our expectations at every turn. Perhaps we should not have been.
What would bring you peace? Happiness? What would you do if you weren't a god? Yeah, that's like a really big question.
A rose bush grows berries. We cannot be but what we are.
Yeah, humor me. Imagine. And how can you sympathize with the people of the living lands?
No, we must recall, plumb the depths of our memory. We would be so old and yet so young. We would drink the sea air, the grass, see the world as those with our gift.
You're not worried about who'd care for the living lands?
Would we not tend? Plant the bulbs with new hands. Vengeance denied, squandered. This cannot be.
Are you alright?
We feel nothing amiss.
No, you definitely said something just now.
We speak of freedom when the hand still clasps around our throat. Wait now. Find us.
Oh, is Ludwin really gonna be back? Oh, wait, Kai left your party. Oh wait, that's because I switched him around. For a second I was like, oh shit, what? That's bad. Let's see. Yeah, that Ringard's Rimmergan went away, so it didn't respawn. God damn it. I fucked up. That's fine. Godless Shrine. Wild Walker Armor. Light Armor. Unique. Receiving an elemental status applies that status to all nearby targets. Oh, and you just get more fire frost and shock accumulation. Just want to see what it looks like. Okay. Let's see how that would look appropriate for somebody called the Wild Walker. Okay, but is that it? Nothing for Yasli? No, yeah, nothing for Yasli. Okay, well, in that case... Oh, actually, you know what? Wait a minute. Yeah, there's still... Nah, well, I guess I could just throw Migrant's Fury, right? I don't actually need Kai to get rid of this thing. Yeah, I should have done that. Oh wait, I can't actually throw stuff while I'm underwater. Or even when I'm just paddling. Well, whatever. It's fine. I'm gonna think too hard about it. Maybe there's a way inside somewhere? I don't know. Yeah, I wish there was a way to just switch your party members without having to go to camp every time, but... Okay, just in case. I did pick up some stuff, right? Well, nope, nothing. Nothing.
I see the disciple has found his way into the cell.
Hello, Warika.
No. Clarion Steel. We know this voice. Why is she here?
Your essence is persistent, Queen. I underestimated your will.
You underestimate much. It is the downfall of those with your gift.
Out! Her voice pierces our skin.
Look at this place. A quagmire of your parasite's worst instincts. Can you even begin to grasp the forces that you tamper with?
All I know is that Sapadal needs help.
Help? It has forged the iron of its own restraints. Do you think you're special, with your god's thorn in your side? Do you believe you can hold dominion over chaos itself? When even the collective fury of the real gods could only confine the sniveling creature to this wasteland.
Yep. Mm-hmm. I knew it!
You suspected. Then you must have understood why.
It is true. She twists the knife. The seas run red with memory.
In time, the gods felt the wretched powers seeping through this land. Its madness would consume us all if it was not contained.
Admit it, you felt threatened by a god you couldn't control.
Chaos threatens us all. We will ensure order prevails. A pity that its followers could not be reasoned with.
No wonder the souls of this land cry out.
They were defiant to the end. The poor godless, worshiping.
Yeah, Nandru said this as well.
We could not excise the rot and spare the roots that nourished it.
Their worship challenged your authority. You were never going to let them live.
You dare claim the domain of the gods is trivial?
Touched the sore spot, didn't I?
Mind your tongue. Your blasphemy strains my patience.
Why does our prison not protect us? Help us! Silence her!
Listen to its tantrum. It knows neither order nor sense. Adir is the only thing holding back the tide of entropy.
Sapadal is lashing out because of Adir. Can't you see that?
Then they will keep applying the rod until it understands. But there is still time. You can succeed where Ludwig failed. Face your false god and end its reign of terror permanently.
Get out of the garden now, I'll never work with you.
Very well. I cannot force a child to bend to my will. But I will not stand by and watch you undo my work. You should have thought more carefully before you broke your oath to the Empire. Let this be a lesson to you.
Alright.
Understood Wodika's appeal. Still
Yeah.
don't.
That's it. From now on, I pray to no god.
I really hate those screams. Yeah. Okay. Typically, this is the point where I would end the session, but I am, like, really feeling it, though. Like, I think I do want to see this all the way through now. So I'm just gonna take a break. I'm probably just gonna cut out parts of the break in the video itself. So, yeah. I think I'm ready. I want to see this all the way through the end, even if it takes like 4 more hours. It's all right. Entering the holidays, so yep. Actually, you know, scratch that. I'm gonna end the session here.